덮어서진 나를 떨리자 다 그대로 와나 Oh baby I just say.
Hi everybody, my name is Jessica Holyfield and I'm a professional dance choreographer and dance educator based out of the southeast of the United States, and we are here with a hot debut. We got AHOF here in the chat, ready to launch with Rendezvous. We got the music video and the dance practice to look at. I really enjoyed watching them on Universe so being able to see them as an actual group in the K-pop scene, it just makes me very excited. So I'm ready, I hope you are. Let's go. It's a good way to introduce Shaibol from having Parkon go first. That was a cool shot. Wow. Oh, I could so see them hitting themselves in the face, like by pulling too hard. Wow. Yeah. Wow, this is a great track. God, that's cool. These cuts are cool. Ooh, that's cool. Come on, Universe League right here. Wow. Let's look. I feel like I missed something. Hold on. The previous cards before. Okay. I love credits. Choreography, Kim Bom, Jung Jae-hyun, Park Hae-ri from MOTF. I wonder if all three of them are MOTF? That checks out, honestly. This is a great track that MOTF choreo could do well on, because I just think of like Gravity's Love or Die. That's like that. L Captain's in the chat. And it looks like Chaewon-ki also contributed to lyrics. Wow! Oh, my heart is like so happy right now. This is great. I'm excited to look at the dance practice. It's right here. Let's go. That's a cool visual. This is a good song. Oh, that was really nice. Appreciate the polyrhythm through delegation over there. Oh, the echo. Wow, cool. You better project in movement quality. Cheers to that. That's a whole little vibe, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. Tell him. Yeah. This choreo looks really good on them. Nice. Let's go, let's go! Nice. Wow, way to go! Hold on, is there anything in the end? No, they're holding it. Okay, they're going with the cool look, not the tired look yet. Oh man, well done, guys. All right, I'm ready to go from the top if you guys are. So here we are. Starting with just Chien having his head up. Then everybody leans out. I really like the different angles so everybody can be seen. It creates a great visual. Good usage of 9 people, and I love that we actually grab the shoulder, pull it up to get us all reset. I like how he caters his forearms down to his knees, giving it very much a not woe is me vibe, because the track really does feel like I'm standing in the rain saying my feelings, right? It's so nice. I may add it to my Spotify playlist, not gonna lie. It's a vibe. But how he has his arms planted right there on his knees, and everybody pulls up. I really like that everybody melts down from front to back with the arm, because we just saw it sorry, I was pointing my ear to my eyes. We just saw it with the pull, and so having that there was really cool. Then you have Chien lift his arm up and over, which is really dope because it goes from back to front with the pickups, and then those who just came up end up coming right back down. So that's so cool, where you have this little teeter-totter effect of people. That's sick, right? He comes up, everybody now is up, they plant into a crouch position, they stand, new spot, let's go, new feature. We turn, hello Parkhan, good to see you here. So then we have everybody start in those columns, and then it starts to open up into diagonals. We have 2 members nice and low, and it looks like we have a space for Park-Han. I know his stage name is Han, but I may call him Park-Han until I die. Not gonna lie. But anyway, so having those 2 drop down and then everybody coming back up, traveling the energy with the knees, really fun to see there. And then we end up taking the shoulders. Instead of just pushing them up, we have one of the shoulders that actually scoops to provide some sense of depth to the choice, which I think is really cool. I'm trying to think what part of the music they're hitting on with this triple. So it goes da da. So it's 3 parts for a 2-part sound. Da 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 da. Da, da. Normally you see that. Interesting. I just find that is an interesting choice to go through the phrase when there's not really a sound that they're catering heavily to. But once again, that's fine. Anyway, so they go, they take it through, and I like how we end up having a lot of these connections. So we're not afraid to touch, which I appreciate. Know that you have members in your life, you have people there, and you could touch the shoulder. It's fine, right? So I like that they use that to help graze them through the transition to get to a new spot. So then we have to take the arm, we take it, boom, reset it up, and then it looks like a 5 and a 2 diagonal, which is cool. Then they pull it high, low. This choreography is not the hardest choreo these boys have done. If you've ever watched Universe which all of my stuff's on Patreon, but I have analysis that could make its way to YouTube. They're on YouTube already, and I'll attach the Universe playlist at the end of this video, side note, if you want to see my take on this, because some of my feedback is going to be tailored to what we've seen them experience in the show. The choreography that they've done in the show is harder, I personally feel. Is that okay? Yes. Do I like the fact that this is our debut? Also, yes. They are very cohesive as a team. And I think part of that comes from the element of most of them. I mean, all of them have operated within a team for the show, but 7 out of the 9 were on the same team throughout the majority of the show, right? So it's really cool to see how that is translating over into the group, where there's really not a huge separation between Park-Han, Chaeun-ki, and everybody else. It's everyone's low-key on the same page, and I'm here for this. So I like the press down is also cool. Then I like that we have the opposition, taking it out with the arms, sending the head up with some tension. Nice speed change on that. We go and we move and separate. Let's go. Here we go. He takes it and brushes it down. New feature, Shaibo's into the chat. Come on with the shoulder, and I like the switch off on the chest. I just finished Boys Planet, so I know all the tea that people experience between Chaeun-ki and Shaibo from that show, from that season. So I agree. I think it's really cool to see them here as teammates in the space. I love it. Anyway, so they have the separation of the arm, and then they tailor the hand up and over, which is really nice. He rotates it. He takes a little Cupid arrow situation. We send it. I love that everybody's heads, boom, cater upwards so they can see where he was sending it. And I like that he takes the hands, folds them down, creates a nice shape out of it. Then from there, it causes them, as he separates his arms, to get them transition to columns. That's super cool. Then he ends up opening it, and he does a little head, and he opens up the columns to create a separation. I really, really like that, into an inverted V. That is a dope transition section. Good job, MOTF, for that. So I like that they take with the overhead there, absorbing Shaibo into the group, and then you have a group of 4 tailoring over to the other side. They shampoo it, which is nice. And then we have a separation with the arm, forehead flick there. I don't know, it's not a flick, sorry. They place it, and then they knock, and then you have your other group in a diagonal there. Polyrhythm through delegation. They take that leg, boom. Establish it, catering the rest of the body to go up and over. I like how then you have the group that had the feature there. They take their hand up, which is nice. Here we go. He does a little pull, and then he retracts, and then he joins back in. Once again, a lot of contact. So I really like this fingerprint of connection through physical touch. It's really cool. So we have everybody contacted or connecting in some way. Then you have JL in center. And I like the subtlety of the hands. And then we have it start to break off, where you have JL first, and then you have 2 members, boom, slowly make eye contact with us, and then you have 2 others, boom, look away as well. That was really cool. So that was a 3-parter. So nope, 4-parter, because everybody else happened with their head before they transitioned, as the transition was happening. They separate it, come on with the sternum angstiness as we drop down. He twinkles it in, they take the arms up, and then they take it through. Come on, elbow to elbow wave. Of course, we want to be more clear on the connection here, especially with the wrist. Whenever you're choosing to overlap or do something along those lines, it needs to be one flow. So sometimes it can get a bit separated because it's hard to connect this invisible string that happens with the hands, right? So I like the press is cool, and then we melt it up and away, and then I like that we have a deviation from Cha Eun-ki there, and then we have the grab, and then he creates a nice little zigzag effect, and then it looks like we're building something over on the stage left side, so they open it up, which is cool. It low-key gives the AHOF vibe, right? Like the AHOF symbol that we see, right? So we go and we face towards the inside, and then we have a little angsty moment with the open up, and they all look to the front. We walk into the V with the two diagonals. We've already kind of seen it. Now we're into the course. So we push away, we snap it there, and then we have our arms up, and then we melt it, inverting to the knees. We drop it, and then we have an angsty pullback. So a lot of the movements in isolation are movements that we are very familiar with if you are a part of the K-pop scene, especially in the boy group scene, of angstiness to tracks like this. Could that be an MOTF fingerprint? Possibly, but that would be an observation. I'm curious as to what their choreography will do in their coursework in the future that's going to make it have a uniqueness that's tailored to the track, because what makes this track unique is I really like the sound for a debut track, as well as the format in which the group got together. It's definitely more on the unique side, just like with Universe Ticket with that group, right? That's under the same label. And then but the verse, how those transitions and those formations were structured were mad cool. So I think I'm very curious what it would be like to take those elements that we saw in that verse and translate it into our course. But I also know a lot of times our coursework is influenced by the TikTok scene of challenges, where you want the choreo to be something that can be replicated, so it helps with the virality sense of the group getting exposure in different markets. So that I get. Anyway, so the tension is really nice. I like how we hit it and then we look to the front. Really dope there. Then they end up switching there. Boom, tailoring it, catering it to a hug, which is also nice. Then we have a lot of these ISOs where they take in the hand, whether it's hovering or making a connection, and catering and shoving it to the front or a different isolated direction. I like the subtlety pull that's happening from Daisuke there. And then we take it, I like the step touches with the rotation of the wrist with the points to get it from across to outward. And then we end up snap, or not even a full clap, but we clap to create a tension or a signal to travel the energy down is really cool. To the other side is also nice. And instead of having it catered out, we're actually grabbing the neck that time. Okay. The pickup is also fun with the switch of the torso, and then he takes the arm, travels it around. Good moment out of that. And then we have a body roll that tailors within the torso. We don't travel it all the way down, so I really like that as a fun posture reset. And we move to a new spot, which is cool. I like the heel tap on this with the shoulders, and it caused an add-on, a canon, where you have your two go first and then you have everybody else join. Yep, with the heel, toe, heel, and then they all do a little swipe, and then it goes to a heel twist, and then we have our arm, it goes out into a trace, but not even a full trace, but it's a padded trace, which I think is really nice. And then we go into our two columns, and then we have a feature moment of partnering. We pull, using that to help pull us into each other's windows, which is really nice. And then we create the chest there. It looks like everybody is doing the same choreo, but they're facing the back, and then my other two are facing front. And then they take it, it looks like a baracho step, a baracho under house, which would be like this kind of ball change. It's called Drunken Man, right? But it's way too structured for that, but we're just going to call it a little ball change, where or at least weight shifting like a ball change, which is fun. We turn out of it, come on with the head. Then from here we go out to in, we point, we grab, and then we get close. I wonder, I swear to you, I wonder how many times they've banged each other in the head over this move, because they got mad close, right? So it's cool. So they're in the back line, and I like how they all look, and I like the openness. We have a lot of these intentional heads to the front. Super cool. They pull the arm away. I like that we have my two here. They move forward, and then they end up going back. I like the mirror transition. We're here for it. Looks great. I like that we trace this arm up, and we place it out. Here we go, and I like this boom, nice little star moment here. It's Steven's turn, and I like that we had more movement happening on the stage left side, because it helped us be able to clock Steven a little bit easier. So then we have a group of 3, group of 2, and then a group of 4. And then I like how he pulls it away. It's really nice. You know what? This track gives me the Big Bang F-it kind of Uri sara haji marayo, like that song. Da-na-na. It gives that energy, and I know I just butchered that in Korean, so sorry, but it gives that kind of vein, that's scratching the part of my brain that I really appreciate about Big Bang's track. So that's really nice. We're here for it. So I like that. It turns into a little add-on, and now you have it's a little group of 5, a little trapezoid formation. They take the arm, scoop it, they pat the chest, they take it over to the side. and then they rotate it in, and I love this little inverted heart situation. That's so cool. And they end up opening it, and then they shove it down. New group. So we have a lot of these environmental, you know, sectors of groups whenever another group is happening where we absorb a feature. So the second time we see it, it's cool here. I like they present it, we throw it, and then I like the toss, and he pulls away, then they have the chest, boom, boom, pulse from everybody else, and then he says, Kerchow. I really like the fullness of that, a huge contrast, very impactful. Orange is such a good hair color on G1. Yeah, that's a great hair color on him. Cool. And then from here we do a little sweep, and I like that now everybody's catering their positioning towards the center, which would be Scheibel's spot right there. That's a really cool formation. I bet from an aerial cam it probably looks a little different. It probably looks really cool. It is hard to see from a fixed cam, but I love fixed cams anyway. So we have everybody, they ended up transitioning, moving, I'm assuming a small little group, right? And then they all move over to the stage left side. He moves over, and then he creates to be the point of the formation, and everybody, he sends it off again. They all look, and they look to the front. It still bothers me, this little part right here. Hold on. Yeah, so what really works with this is that you have your inside circle that's rotating, and then everybody else is their points to the outside, but they're staying in their spots. I really like that you're entertaining two different sections because it provides separation between Scheibel and the outside groups, but everyone's doing the same choreo. That's cool. Okay, I just wanted to clarify that. That was cool. Okay, so everyone goes low, high, and then they take the X, boom, and then they all join in with the star making, which is cool. I like the look over there. Now everybody has a little partnering moment, except for Chien, which is totally fine. I like the reach up there. Once again, we're connecting, and I like the angles nice and clear. And then we twinkle it into the inside. I like that he's catering himself in his formation, catering more to the front, allows him to still be featured there. Let's go. Very nice. And he goes and he pulls and he tosses it away. And then I really like that we have, it's just our feature absorption is really well done on this. And what I mean by that is when you have a feature, how they get back into the group when the next feature gets revealed. Sometimes it can be distracting, but here it's just a really nice puzzle piece fitting. Looks great. Then I like that we're using the arms to create a little thread with our people, which is really cool. And then you have Chalunki as our center. And I like that we pull it out and away. So we do have this enclosed formation, but it feels different than JL's version where everybody was connected, right? We're connected by the hands, but not by making contact with the shoulders. So it's still cool, but it progresses in a different way. So I like that. But look, now we grab the shoulders. So now it's the opposite end, right? So we rotate it in and he tosses them away. Na, na, na. And I like he hits it. Ba-da-da. Toss it away. Come on. And this big pulse, I like Parkon. Boom, nice and low. Like he signals everybody to build up the energy. Come on with the subtle headbang. We don't want to go too ham on it. Of course, the fringe really shows us that, but because you don't want to get too carried away in the energy output because then you're going to be more fatigued near the end. You still got the outro and all this, that, and the other, right? So I like how now they progress it more like a kung to the inside with the chest, and then they take it, boom, fringe comes up. They reset upwards, which is also nice. And then we accent hit and cross, arms go up. And we toss it in the pickup of the leg. Come on now. We push away, and then we take it up, inverting like we've seen before. Then we take the arm in, and then we body roll it with attention, and we curl the finger. That's really cool too. We turn out of it. The grab of the shoulder is nice. We hit, and then we shove the shoulder to the front, and then we have a feature. Daisuke once again. Then we cross and cross. Same thing again. Yeah, with the inverted of the knees both times. We reset with the leg, boom, boom. ISO switch of the chest, we do it twice. And then he pulls in, come on, column. And then he opens, doon, doon, nice. And then we have a partnering moment again. It looks to be the same too that we had in the partnering earlier on. So I like that we have this little U. It kind of looks like a smiley face, doesn't it? Love it. But yeah, I like the separation and I like the different levels that are showing and everyone's facing outside except for your two features there. No, it's not the same too because that was Chien dancing with JL. Yeah, different. That's fine. Love it. And I like the reach out on the arms, and then we take the arms as we regress them, internalize them. We go and reset the formation. I really like the connection here with the grab, and then they go into the column as well. Parkon looks to us, and then we have Then it looks like we have our two back in our middle group, right? And so now it looks like a canon. So a canon is a sequence of movements with different start and finish times. So that's why you have the first group start, and then whenever they're going to the move 2, the second group is going. So I really like that break off. I like the hinge around with the drop down, the pull back, and then you have your little trio with the pull, with the touch of the chest. We love that. We walk. Here we go. Angsty moment. Pick up those feet. And then we bring it in. Boom, da-da-doom, travel the arms up, and then they get nice and low. I love this declaration sound. Love that. Let's go, let's go. And now it's the same formation that we've had a couple of times already, but it feels a little bit closer to us, right? And it's near the tail end too, so I like that we knock the chest. We go from double to single. Yeah, we do it twice, and then we go triple step with the trace down with both sides of our arms, and we end up doing it twice through. First time with the arms, second time no arms, and that's what makes it feel similar but different. So I like that we end up taking our arms as we went up, and then we kept them there, and then we use them as a fixed point as we transition the rest of the body to the other side. Really cool. And we go kung kung again, where you have an extra angsty moment with this pull down of the body. We turn out of it. Come on, Parkon. Full main vocal vibe. He is being used as a main vocal, and I freaking love it. I love it, love it, love it. Triple taps, really cool out of that. So then they take the head, sing it to the side, and then we rotate it around to the floor, and then we end up boom, pressing and moving that leg nice and straight, and the lift up of the head. Come on, move to a new spot. And I love the fullness here. Boom, I like the arm swing, swing, full swing all the way up and around. Then we place the arm up, place, place, place. I like the arms to that. I like the full energy of our outro. And then we pull it. Come on, tension of the throw of the shirt. Boom, the third throw causes a speed change to take place out of it. Let's go. Take the arms up. Catering it to the back. I love that we end up doing it one time, traveling it, second time rotating it. Parkon moves forward. Then, nope, sorry, Chiu moves forward. So sorry. They turn, yep. And then now they're all joined into the shoulder roll. And then we knock it to rebound it to get us with the other leg to cross, to unravel. I like the step back. Then we twinkle it in. And we go tap, tap. Come on now. And then we present, push forward. Nice. All in all, I'm very impressed with this, and it makes me so excited. I am so hopeful that we're going to get a second track out of this debut. Most of the time, we end up doing 2 tracks with a lot of groups at debut. Oh, man, this was great. Oh, I am excited to hear from you guys, and if you've never seen me before, I'm Jess, like I've mentioned in the intro. And if you are interested in seeing my personal journey with discovering this group through Universe League, you can check out all of those reactions, commentaries, analysis, breakdowns, reviews, what have you on YouTube. And if you want more bingeable stuff like the full episodes of the show they were on, that's on Patreon as well. So, Yano Miyano, I'm Jess, and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye.